Voice cloning technology is becoming so realistic that it's hard to tell what's real and what's AI. Spoiler alert, my voice is not AI. But I want to play a little game. Somewhere in this video, there is a section where we're going to use the AI that we're creating today to generate the voice for that section. If you can guess where it is, put it down in the comments. So to build our voice cloning app, I'm in Aidolons.com and I am on the apps page, and I'll just go up to here and click create app. This brings me into my app editor, and I'll be using GPT-5 with medium reasoning effort. All right, so now I can close my settings panel. And the first thing I want to do in this app is, well, let's give it a title. Let's just call it Voice Cloner. All right, now I can create the entire app just by talking to the agent, but it's going to do a better job if I build the scaffolding first. So I'm going to click the scaffolding, and this brings me to my scaffolding editor. And here's where I can tell it exactly which tools that I want the app to have access to. So in our case, I'm going to click audio generation, and we're going to say create AI speech. I'm going to grab this and drag it into available actions. And for this, we're going to pick VibeVoice 7B. And this is the new state-of-the-art model by Microsoft. And if I don't want to use the agent at all, then I can just fill out all of the details here. But instead, let's switch over back to chat. And actually, just kidding, I want to add one more thing. So back in the scaffolding, I'm going to go to Media Utilities, and I'm going to drag Save Audio. Now, we don't strictly need this for the app we're building, but adding this will let it save it to our assets. So the app is going to have a voice recorder, and having this command here will let it save the voice recording into our assets. All right, so now let's jump back to chat. And here's what we'll say. Create a simple app that allows the user to click a microphone button to record some audio, which will be saved into our assets. Then the user will enter some text in a text input and then use VibeVoice to generate speech. So let's send this off and let our agent do its thing. All right, and it finished and it wrote all of this code for us. Let's switch over to the preview and see if it actually works. All right, let's try it out. Hello, I am just recording some random words so that the AI has something that it can use to sample my voice with. All right, and here's the recording. All right, so now we'll move on to step 2, choose your voice source. I don't love the way it did this. I think that we don't really need a step 2. But let's move on to step 3. And I'm gonna have it say this particular string of text right here. And let's click generate speech and see if it works. All right, and here it is. And I am mildly terrified to click play, but let's give it a try. No, this doesn't count as the section where I used AI to clone my voice. That section is somewhere else. Okay, that was kind of weird, but it worked. Let's fiddle with the settings and see if we can get a better result. I'll generate this again. All right, and let's give this a listen. No, this doesn't count as the section where I used AI to clone my voice. That section is somewhere else. And actually, wow, that was pretty good. So one of the cool things about this particular model is that it can actually do very long sequences of text. So for instance, I can just copy this entire thing here and let's generate this and let's give that a listen. Your app is ready. It lets users pause recording, max duration, better levels visualized, and wow, that is freaky. Okay. So yeah, it works. Let's clean up the app a little bit. And I think it's nice that it gives you the uploaded asset so that you can use an existing asset if you want. But let's have it consolidate this into one step. All right, so I just told it consolidate steps 1 and 2 by making it default to the recorded voice, but the user can choose to use an existing asset by selecting another tab. I also wanted to remove the asset ref text at the bottom. There's no reason for it to show this here. I want to make sure that it can save this to the assets. And I just want to make the title appear at the top, match my title here, and we'll send this off and let it work. All right, and it's done. Let's see how it did. So we've got the name is now correct here. We've consolidated the 2 steps into just the 1. And let's walk through the flow again and see if it still works. All right, so I'll just say start recording here and hi, now I'm talking in a slightly different voice to see if it clones my voice if I use a different voice. All right, that should be terrifying. We'll go ahead and save this to our assets. And oh, that's cool. It actually used that recording and then put us down in the asset chooser down here. That's cool. And let's enter a script. We'll just have something nice and relaxing here. And let's see what it does with this. I am absolutely terrified to hit play. Now relax and take several deep breaths as we settle into our Zen meditation. Okay, that was not what I expected. That was interesting though, for several reasons. One, it decided to call out my spelling error by pronouncing it the way that it's spelled. And two, despite the fact that I was screaming into the microphone for the recording, the result actually still sounds like me, but it sounded like me how I normally talk, and not the way that I was talking in the audio. I don't quite know what to make of that. I think I wanted the result to scream the way that I was screaming in the audio. But nevertheless, it was a good result. Right now, if I wanted to make money off of this, all I gotta do is first of all hit this publish button right here, then come over to settings, create a site, click create, and go to settings, API keys, create an API key for myself, create. All right, and oh no, don't steal my API key. Just kidding, I'm gonna delete it right after this video. All right, and then under the Sites tab, we have this WordPress plugin download. So we'll take that, and sorry for your eyes, where we just upload that to WordPress, go to the Aidolons, settings, put our API key here. Okay, so then under apps, I can click add app, and here's my voice cloner. Add, and now my app I just created is up and running on my WordPress. I can set up WooCommerce. All of the credits are all taken care of for me so that you can have people use this and paying you a subscription or a one-time fee, however works best for you. So, all right, guys, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.